Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.
Who's got it better than us?
Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to say it correctly. Ricky Jean-Francois?
Yes.
Okay, so why didn't you say it correctly for Sunday Night Football?
Oh, no, I said it correct. No, I said it in the English term because I know nobody can really pronounce it in a Haitian accent or a Haitian term of French. So I just said it in the English way, Jean-Francois.
Okay, can you say it in the Haitian way to me?
Ricky Jean-Francois.
Okay, so when you introduced yourself to Jim Harbaugh the first time, how did you introduce yourself?
I just said Ricky because I knew he wasn't going to be able to say. He said John Francisco Johnson. I was like, just say Ricky, coach. That make it easy on me and you. Just keep my name short.
Yeah, okay, because I read a story about that and that there was no way he was going to get past Gene. And
Oh, no, we just left it at Ricky.
That's good. It's good that you're not, snobby about your name or anything.
Oh, no.
Well, let me get to, I guess, the news and, what happened in Seattle before we get to the fun stuff.
It's just like we didn't bring the spark with us. It's like we didn't bring Candlestick with us. We didn't bring the Bay with us. Like it's like we were trying to look for a spark, but none fell in our way. So this is a big thing to learn from to be able to play in a stadium like that and give my hat off to them. Seattle is a good team, and they had one of the most loudest stadiums I possibly played in since college. Even though we need to get the stick the same way, but it's just like the ball wasn't in our court that day. So we got to make sure that next time we play out of town, play away, we have to bring that energy with us, the same energy we have in the Bay.
Yeah. Did Russell Wilson bring it more than even you guys thought he was going to?
He didn't disappoint us. I can tell you that. 'Cause they were talking about it. They were talking about him the whole week. A lot of people were down on him because he's a short quarterback. He's not the prototypical 6'4", 6'5" quarterback. It didn't matter. He had the heart of, as long as he had the heart of the quarterback and the mind of a quarterback, it didn't matter what his size was. And he brought it to us, as you can see.
Yeah. Now, I know you haven't faced Luck or RG3, but if you could vote for Rookie of the Year, who's your vote for?
That'll be the hardest one. I can't put my finger on it because all the quarterbacks are almost similar. And all of them are having great season, and I think all of them got a chance to put their team in the playoffs. So you can't put your hand on just one. You got to give a vote to each one of them.
Yeah, but it's not unequivocally Wilson after facing him twice, though.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Would you say Seattle is maybe one of the scariest teams potentially entering the playoffs now?
Not scariest, but one of the toughest teams in our division. Our NFC West, we got the hardest division this year, as we can see throughout the NFL.
Yeah,
we got some of the top defense. This division has some of the top defense. So week in, week out, doesn't matter what their record is, they gonna come to play. It don't matter who you is.
Yeah, and then I have a few Twitter questions for you, but one last question before that. Do you feel like you're starting for Justin Smith now? Do you feel like this is kind of an audition period for you a little bit based on, where things might shake out next season?
You can take it that way, but I'm not paying attention to making an audition season. The only thing I'm trying to make it as is another start and another way to help my team and showing my coaches they can put trust in me as a starter and many other things. But taking it as an audition and worried about free agency and next year, I can't pay attention to that. I can only control that by my play. But upstairs, and my agent can only take care of that. Right now, I can only take care of what's on the field.
Yeah. Are you slotted to start next Sunday? Is that determined yet?
I don't know. Justin Smith getting better and better. He in there lifting weights. He in there running. He doing this thing. So I don't know. A guy like himself, he might be back on the field shocking everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, I asked the Twitter folks. I actually have a lot of 49er followers. So I asked them if they had any questions for you. So I have a couple of those, and I'll let you go. From Renee Campos, USF. What is your favorite restaurant in the Bay Area?
Oh, my favorite restaurant.
Might be your
I will say Ludacris in San Francisco because they got some of the best steaks. But I'm gonna say Sinos because it's a nice laid back place. They play R&B music. It depends how the mood is that day. They can open the doors.
Yeah.
You see some of the guys making sangrias, making different wines. And almost like a movie, just sitting in there and just seeing how the atmosphere is. Because I'm from Miami, I don't get a chance to see all 4 seasons. So when I'm out here, I get that chance in the Bay to sit on Santana Row and be in Sinos to see that. It's a beautiful thing. So I say between Ludacris in San Francisco and Sinos in Santa Clara.
Okay, cool. I was just going to ask you where that was. Okay, from Jerry Quiroz. Queeros. I guess I can speak Haitian better. How does the intensity change on the team after a big loss like last week?
It changed completely. It was like now the state of emergency is happening now because we the one last week. It would have been a division lock, but now we didn't. We know we hold our faith. It's everything on us now. So it's like everything up to its highest point. Like you couldn't ask for nothing else the way it was. So it's like now we come in this week, everybody mindset is to win this game. We're not looking at the playoffs. Ain't nobody finna rest or anything like that. We have to win this game. And hopefully Minnesota do what we can win, but we can't put our strength and faith on them. We have to do it ourselves.
Exactly. Okay. Well, Carrion 83 wants to know what your best moment as a 49er has been so far.
My best moment was when we played the Saints last year and we won. I remember one of the ESPN reporter, if I'm not mistaken, Trey Wingo, he came out here and he told us he said just for one moment during the game, but at the end of the game, beginning of the game, just sit in the middle of the field and just take a moment and just realize where you at and what type of stage and how long it took you from Park Warner to high school to college and now you're in the NFL. See what type of situation you're in. So when I had that chance to sit down and think, it was like, this is a big moment. Plus to beat the Saints at our home, and that's a good team with Drew Brees quarterback and then having Sean Payton as the head coach. That was probably one of my best moments. Yeah,
well, I think for a lot of 49er fans as well, just not even, being in your position, it was maybe one of the best lifetime. The last one is from someone called the Football Girl, which I will admit is me. And I want to know, what can you describe in just a sentence or two, what Justin Smith has taught you professionally and what he means to the organization?
Justin Smith is a good guy. He's the cowboy. He's getting straight to the point. He ain't gonna give you no sob story or long story. He means a lot to this organization. He's possibly one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL, and he's taught me a lot, from intensity to being physically ready to mentally ready, from how everything starts from the weight room, how things can be shortened. And I understand shortened mean by teaching me things a little bit quicker and not taking me through step by step. But having a guy like him in the many years I played, I'm just my fourth year, and having him year by year while I'm growing, it almost feel like I'm catching up with a 12-year guy. I don't have the experience of him, but by him talking to him, teaching me, it feel like I'm getting up to him. And have him around me and around the younger D linemen and the younger players on this team, it's a blessing. And to have him in this organization, this is great, because I think congratulations to him again. He made another Pro Bowl, and hopefully he'll make the All-Pro team. So it's great to have Justin Smith here as a San Francisco 49er. I'm happy to be on the same team as him.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the time so much, Ricky, and best of luck against Arizona. I know it's an important game, and
Thank you.
Further in the playoffs, and to you personally.
Thank you for having me.
Who's got it better than us?